Okay, so in the lower classes, you have learned how to locate a point on the number line. You have learned how to locate a point on the number line. On the number line, you learned how to locate a point on the number line. Suppose if I draw a number line like this, okay, so let us assume that it is a number line. So at the center you will have 0. To the right side at equal distances, you will find positive numbers on the number line. And to the left side at equal distances, so you will get negative numbers. So this is the number line. On this number line, you have learned how to locate the points. Whatever the given points can be located here. Suppose if I ask you to locate point P is equal to 2 plus 2. So this is the point P is equal to plus 2 or Q is equal to minus 3. So you can locate the points on the number line. You have learned how to locate these points. So now there are some situations we need to find a point and we need to describe with reference to more than one line. So there are some situations we will get. For example, so we need to locate a point with reference to more than one line. See here in the first example, we have done only one line. From 0, this starting point 0, that is called as origin. From there we located the point. So there are certain situations where we need to locate the point with more than one line. So in such cases, let us take some example. To locate your friend's house. To locate the friend's house in a street, suppose in a particular area. So let us see how to locate it. Is it enough to know only one reference point? Just like starting point, this is only reference point in the number line is 0. From 0 we locate the points. That is the starting point. So now to locate the house of your friend in a village, one reference point is enough or not? So let us understand by drawing the diagram. So if it is over, then I will remove this one. You have noted this, no?
Yes, sir.
Next, I will remove this one. Okay, so I'm going to draw some street here.
Sir, 1 minute, sir.
Huh?
Sir, show the previous slide.
Any point? Any problem?
Sir, show previous slide.
That is gone. Removed. I removed it. Just you look at this now. So here is a street and then main road. This is let us take as a main road. Then from here one street, then another one like this, second street, then the third street like this, fourth one, then similarly fifth street, sixth street, seventh street, eighth street. So we have some streets here. Okay. Now on this streets, let us write this is street number 1. I will write S1. Okay. And this one S2. This is S3, S4, S5, S6, S7, S8. Street 8. There are 8 streets and this is a main road. So from the main road you have 8 streets here. and each street will be having so many houses here. So let us write this is house number 1, then this is 2, 3, 4, 5. So every street is having some houses. 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. Here also 1, house number 2, house number 3, house number 4, house number 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let us mark the houses by number. So we marked the houses also. So this is the main road. Now look at this. Now I want to go to some house. I want to find out, locate one house in this area. So let us just see, I am going to take a point P in this place. So I am going to take, this is point P. So I'll write this is point P. So this is the house P. I want to locate this house. Now you tell me what are the information, how to guide a person who is not having the idea to reach this house P. How you are going to tell? How you are going to guide him?
Street 7,
Street-
fourth house.
So street
It's in the
7,
street
fourth house.
7,
Street
house
7, fourth
four.
house.
Yes, you need to tell first information.
Street 7,
You have to tell street number. Go to street number 7. You need to mention that street number 7. Is it enough? Is that
No,
enough?
sir, we have to take the house
No, sir, we have to tell the house number.
You need to mention the house number also. So second information we need here, house number. So you have to tell house number. So house number 4. So if you say that street number 7, house number 4, then you can reach comfortably. If you cannot tell this, if just by giving one information, it is not possible to find out the correct street number, correct house number. So you can write in order pair, first one 7, second one 4 like this. 7, 4, you can write like this. Now if I write 4, 7, it gives the same house number?
No, sir.
No,
It will
sir.
become street
No,
number
sir.
4 and house
It
number
becomes
7.
fourth street and house number 7. It will be a different answer. Now you have to locate the house number, this one. What is this house number? H. You tell me.
Street number 2, house number 5.
Street number 2,
Street
house
number
number
2,
five.
house number
The 2, comma 5.
number
2, 5. You can say street number 2, house number 5. This is how you can mention the address of a house. So it is not possible to locate the house, exact house, just by using one reference point. Here one reference point is not possible. So we need minimum. Just I will take, I think I am going to remove this. Okay. You understood this means I will go to the next topic. So I am going to erase this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I will take another example. Suppose on a sheet of paper or on the sheet of paper you have, or on the table or on a sheet of paper you have a dot here. So point is mentioned there. So now you have to locate this point. How to locate this point here? I call this as a point P. How to locate a point P? How to locate point P on this plane? Point P on this sheet of paper. So now you tell me how to reach that point P now.
Sir, we have to measure from the bottom and we have to measure from the side, sir, up to point P.
We have to measure vertically and horizontally.
So now you can take this is the left side edge of this left edge. So we need to find the distance of the point. First important point is, so need to measure from the left edge. You need to measure from the left edge. So you can measure this distance from here. Is that enough? Suppose if this is I can tell some 5 centimeter here. It is at 5 centimeter. That means 5 centimeter from left. Is it enough? If I say, is this enough?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Sir, we have to
No.
measure
Five
from the bottom
centimeters
We
side
have
as
to
well.
have
find
to measure
the
what
Here also you
distance
can
on
take, this also 5 centimeter only. Everywhere it is 5 centimeter only. So which point will be at the 5 centimeter? You cannot tell exactly the position of P. So this is not enough. So this much is not enough. It is not enough to locate. So one reference point is not enough. Just I gave the point is at 5 centimeter from the left hand side, left edge of this paper. So that will not locate this point P on this paper, because there are so many points at a 5 centimeter distance from the left side, left edge. Now again, I'll give another information. We need to know,
So measure from the bottom.
we need to measure from the bottom edge also. So let us measure from the bottom edge. Just I will give, it is at 9 centimeter from bottom. So I mentioned it is at 9 centimeter from bottom. See, there are so many points from the bottom, 9 centimeter. And also, we should be at 5 centimeter from left and 9 centimeter from the bottom. So we have two conditions here. 5 centimeter from left. So you go from here 5 centimeter. So then this must be 5 centimeter. From here, from the bottom, 9 centimeter. So you can go up. So this is 9 centimeter. So 9 centimeter from the bottom. Now it will fix the exact position of this point. So now it will fix. It will fix the position now. It will fix the position of the point now. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So now, how we are going to represent this? In an ordered pair, we are going to represent this. Just writing in the small bracket. First one, distance from the left edge, 5 centimeter, and the distance from the bottom, so it is 9 centimeter, 5 comma 9 we say. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So now, just with one reference point, you cannot locate the exact position of the point. We need two independent information for finding the position of a point on this plane. Two independent information required. So we took the first information is from the left hand side, from the left edge, what is the distance? The second information from the bottom, what is the distance of that point? With these 2 points we can find. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Again I say
Yes, sir.
5 comma 9 cannot be same as 9 comma 5. So this is not equal to 9 comma 5. 9 comma 5 gives a different position. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now I'll take one more example in a sitting plan. So you have attended so many examinations, you have written so many examinations, and you know how the sitting plan will be made. You will be searching your place by looking your number. You will be searching in each classroom. There will be, the desks will be arranged in the form of columns and rows. There will be minimum 5 rows and 5 columns in your classrooms. So now I am going to draw this, okay, rows and columns here. So we are writing the rows and columns for the seating arrangement. So now we have drawn the rows and columns here. Now you can write here the numbers like this. This is 1, column number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 columns are there. These boxes we consider that as columns. So rows, number of rows also let us write here. 1, 2, second row, third row, fourth row, fifth row, sixth row, seventh row, eighth row. Like that you can mention the number of rows there. Now I am going to locate some position here. Now, what I will do? So this is the position of your seat in the examination. We want to mention that one. Okay. So now this is the position where your seat is located. Tell me how to mention this one. See from here, from the left edge, what is the distance? Huh? Fifth column you should go. This is column. And this is row. So first we need to go. Which column you have to go? Column number, you should know 2 reference points. From the left edge, which column you have to go? From here.
Fifth column.
Fifth column. So you need to go like this, from left to right. So you need to know which column it is. Then after knowing the column, you will come to the fifth column. Then in which row it is there? Whether it is in first row, second row, third row, fourth row? Row. Which is the
Then 5,3.
third row. So your position can be represented like this. 5, 3.
5,3.
The position can be represented like this. That is 5, 3. This is your exact position. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we need to
Yes,
know
sir.
2 informations
Sir.
here. We need to know 2 informations. One is from the left edge, what is the distance? Another one is from the bottom, what is the distance? So this, see, locating the point using the 2 informations lead to the major branch, discovery of major branch in mathematics known as coordinate geometry. This concept led to the invention of the chapter coordinate geometry. See, the major mathematician who contributed to this one is René Descartes. What is the mathematician name?
René Descartes.
René Descartes. He is the main mathematician. Initially, he identified to locate a point, position of a point on a plane. So he gave the idea of latitude and longitude. Based on that, he located the position of point in a plane. This is also known as Cartesian system. Locating point like this, Cartesian system. 58. This is called as locating point using this is known as Cartesian system. What do we call this as?
Sir, Cartesian system.
Cartesian
So here, so this is the major reason for the discovery of this chapter, coordinate geometry, and in this method of representing is known as locating a point using the 2 information. It is called as Cartesian system. 2 lines we take. So now in exercise 3.1 there are 2 questions. How will you describe the position of a table lamp on your study table to another person? So now you have to tell me how will you describe the position of a table lamp. Suppose you take this is a table. I'm going to take table here. So here is a table lamp. Now table lamp is here. Now you have to describe its position to your friend, where it is on the table. How you are going to describe?
Sir, we have to measure the lamp from the bottom and from the left edge.
So you need to describe the position of table lamp. So you need to measure what is the distance. There are two information required. So let us assume the distance of lamp from left edge. From left edge, assume that what is the distance you can take from here?
It's 6 centimeter.
So okay, on 15 centimeter you assume, 15 centimeter. Then another one, we need to locate another information is required, that is second information, that is not enough. So distance of lamp from, I can call this as bottom. It cannot be bottom on the table. Okay, no side can be called as a bottom edge. But here on the table I can call for reference. So bottom I will take. It cannot be bottom there on the, okay, or nearer to you. Maybe sitting here, you can say from your side. So I will take this as some 20 centimeter. So from here. So this is 15 centimeter and this is 20 centimeter. Now you have to represent this position. So let us represent this in the order way. How you are going to write 15 comma 20. Is it clear? This
Yes, sir.
depends on which side you are taken, chosen the first. 15 comma 20, if you are taken the left side as this edge, if you are taken this as the left edge, then it is 15 in 20. Suppose instead of that, if you take the other side, what happens? The location of the point different, changes. We start with this only, then you have to mention in a different way, isn't it? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
See,
Sir.
table will not be like this, what I have written on the board. On the board, you can say left edge on the bottom, but the table, you know how it is. Which one you call it as a left, which one you call it as a right, that depends on you. Isn't it? Where you are sitting.
Yes, sir.
Whatever, where I am sitting may not be the same position for you. Sometimes I may be sitting here and I can locate the point. Some person will be sitting here and he will tell a different dimension for that one, isn't it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So, okay, it depends on the position or the reference points you have taken. So now we have taken like this. So you can call it as 15 and 20. Now the street plan is there. Second question. A city has two main roads which cross each other at the center of the city. The second question. You can see. A city has two main roads which cross each other at the center of the city. These two roads along the north-south direction and east-west direction. All other streets of the city run parallel to these roads and are 200 meters apart. There are 5 streets in each direction. Using 1 centimeter is equal to 200 meters, draw a model of the city on your notebook. Represent the road, streets by a single line. Okay, can you do that yourself? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right now?
Yes, sir.
Right now?
Yes, sir.
Draw that.
Not but
Now you draw that. So they are told the street plan for the second question will be like this. So I am going to draw this. Just you observe, you start writing yourself. Let us see how you are going to write. So you can take one from, you can take this like this. One is west to east, another one is north and south. So north will be always shown upward direction. I will tell like this. Okay. So I have taken two streets. One is north and this is south. The remaining one is west and east. East and west direction. You take this as east and the other one as west. So now you have to draw the streets parallel to these two. Parallel to these two lines, you have to draw the streets now. You have to draw the streets here. So I am going to draw the streets like this. How many streets are there? How many streets will be there? Number
Sir,
of
5 streets.
Sir, 5 streets.
5 streets.
5 streets.
And then parallel to both the lines.
ఇవన్నీ ఏం ఇట్లుండే దుకేనా కూపన్ ఎగ్గుతి జాగలేదు చెప్తుంది కూపన్ ఎగ్గుతి జాగలేదు నాకు అట్లా చేసి
You know, 5 streets for each road, that is, one is north-south direction, another one is east-west direction. So you can mention this as street number 1, 2, 3 like that. So I will call this as street 1, street 2, street 3, street 4, then the last one is street 5. These streets are parallel to east-west. Now another 5 streets are there. They are parallel to north-south. This is street 1. So I will write just S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, street 1, street 2, street 3, street 4, street 5. Like that I have written. Okay. So there are 5 streets parallel to north-south road and 5 streets parallel to east-west roads. So now 1 centimeter is equal to 200 meter. Let us take this as 1 centimeter now. This is 1 centimeter. So this, let us assume 200 meter. From here to here 200 meter. So scale taken, that is 1 centimeter is equal to 200 meter. So 1 centimeter, 1 unit, you can take 1 unit is equal to 200 meter. The next thing is what they have given. Each street is 200 meter apart. The distance between each street is 200 meters. Now there are many crossroads in your model. A particular class street is made by 2 streets. One is running in north-south direction, another one is east-west direction. Each cross street is referred to the following manner. Is the second street running north-south direction and 5th in east-west direction. You will call this as 2-5. First one, what you have to take? North-south direction you have to take. From north-south, parallel to north-south, second street and the 5th one. How you are going to show that one? Second street and 5th one. This is second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 2, 5. 2, 5. Then another one is, next one I will show that 3, 4 here. This is 3, 4. Similarly, you can take 4, 3. This is 4, 3. Now, how many cross streets can be referred as 4, 3? Can you tell me any cross streets can be referred as 4, 3? How many you will find?
No, sir.
How many you will
Sir,
find?
only one.
Sir, only one, sir.
Sir, only one. 4, 3 and 3, 4, one and the same or what?
No, sir.
No,
they are
sir, both are different.
No, sir. It's not, sir.
So now 3, 4 and 4, 3, they are not same, they are unique. So here 3, 4 is not same as 4, 3. So 3, 4 and 4, 3 are unique. So they are unique. They are not the same. 3, 4 and 4, 3, they are not one and the same. Both give the different crossroad. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Have you noted this?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
So now another important thing, let us go to Cartesian system now. Using this knowledge of locating a point on a plane, let us go to the Cartesian system now. So I'm going to remove this. Huh? Anything? Shall I remove this?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now we will go to the Cartesian system.
Yes, sir.
So before that, you have studied that the number line. So you have studied that number line, how to locate a point on the number line. Let us take this is the number line. On this, we are going to represent some points 0 and at equal distances, we are going to mark the numbers. This is positive 1, 2, positive 3, positive 4. To the left side, we have minus 1, so minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 and minus 4 like this. So these are the numbers we are going to represent. We have marked that at equal distances. So these are all positive numbers in one direction. Positive numbers. And this side we represent the negative numbers in the other direction. And 0 is the reference point. We consider that is, this is the reference point we take to locate a point. Reference point. From this 0 only we are going to measure the distance of the point. Okay. So and this point is called as origin. We call this as origin. The name we give this one origin. We call that number name as origin. So you can write the point from which the distances are measured is called origin. Okay, the point from which the distances are measured is called as origin. But see, this is using a number line, you can locate one point on the number line on the line itself. To locate a point on the plane, this one number line is not enough. One reference point is not enough here. We need the distances from the two places. So what René Descartes, a famous mathematician, invented, he placed two perpendicular lines. René Descartes used two perpendicular lines. So like this, or sometimes like this, or even you can change the direction. So using these two perpendicular lines, he located the point. Two perpendicular lines are required to locate the point. This idea was invented by René Descartes to locate a point on a plane. We need two perpendicular lines. Symbol of perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines. To locate a point on plane, we need two perpendicular lines. So this one line is not enough. So we need to take one more line, which is vertical. What I have written, one number line is horizontal number line. You can take another number line which is vertical. So I am going to draw another line like this, a vertical line. Here also you can mention the points. One point is 0. Then at equal distances you can mark the numbers. So in upward direction you represent positive numbers like this. Downward direction you represent by negative numbers like this. See, from 0 is called as the reference point, that is also called as origin. So when you are moving upward, you represent by positive numbers. These are all positive numbers. And downward direction you will get negative numbers. So the downward direction that will be represented by negative numbers. So we need two perpendicular lines. We take that as one as horizontal line, another one as vertical line. This type of number we will take. This type of lines you take. Even that type of line also, in any direction you can take the perpendicular lines. But in the practice, what we do, we take two perpendicular lines which are perpendicular to each other. One is, we'll take horizontal line, another one is vertical line. Okay, horizontal and vertical line. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we combine both the lines now. Once you combine both the lines, how you are going to get, let us see now. So I am going to combine both the lines. This is horizontal line and another one is vertical line. So on this we are going to represent, this is the reference point, and the right side of horizontal line at equal distances you can mark the numbers like this. To the left side also you can mark at equal distances. So right side positive numbers, to the left side negative numbers. Again upward direction, on the vertical line upward direction you can represent by positive numbers, +1, +2, +3, +4. Downward direction negative numbers. So negative numbers to the downward direction. So now both this horizontal line and vertical line, they are intersecting at the 0, that is the reference point. It is called as origin. So this is, we can call it as OX axis, and this is X dash, OX dash. You call this as O, instead of 0 you can call it a O. And this one OY and OY dash. So we have the lines intersecting like this. So let us represent this. I am going to write here OX and OY. OX and OY both are positive in direction, positive directions. We call that as positive directions. Because positive numbers are located on this point. You see that OX all positive numbers only, OY also positive number. There are negative number, OX dash and OY dash, both are negative numbers, negative direction. We call that as negative direction. So here XOX dash, XX dash is called as X-axis. We call that as X-axis. YY dash is called as Y-axis. These two are called as X-axis and Y-axis. Remember that. XX dash is called as X-axis. YY dash is called as, these two are called as, these two together they are called as axis. Perpendicular axis. We call that as axis. Plural. It is a plural form of axis. Axis means singular, axis means plural. Now you can see both these axes divide this plane into 4 quadrants. So both these divide the plane into 4 quadrants. These divide the plane into 4 quadrants. What do you mean by quadrant?
Sir, one plane.
1/4 of the plane, 1/4. See, total this entire plane is divided into 4 parts. This is from OX anti-clockwise. We are going to measure it from one anti-clockwise. This we call it as first quadrant. We call this as first quadrant. And this one we call that as second quadrant. In the anti-clock direction you have to come. Second quadrant. And this is called as third quadrant. Third quadrant. And this one we call it as fourth quadrant. We call this as fourth quadrant. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Quadrant. So this we call this plane as Cartesian plane. We call this plane as Cartesian plane. What do we call this as?
Sir, Cartesian plane.
Cartesian plane. We call this as Cartesian plane. So dividing the plane into 4 quadrants, we call that as Cartesian plane. Also called as coordinate plane. It is also having another name. What is that?
Sir,
Coordinate
coordinate plane.
Cartesian plane is same as coordinate plane. Another name is also there. It is called as XY plane. What do we call that as?
Sir, XY plane.
XY
XY plane. So all these names are one and the same. So this is also same as this one. Cartesian plane is also called as coordinate plane. Cartesian plane is also called as XY plane. The axes are called as coordinate axis. We call this as coordinate axis. We call this as coordinate axis. Coordinate axis. X dash and y dash are otherwise x axis and y axis both are called as coordinate axis. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
So
sir. Yes, sir.
You note down all these important points today.
Finish. sir.
We'll discuss tomorrow the remaining topic. Is it clear to everybody what I taught now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So any doubt is there, you can ask me.
Yes.